Dear GAA, what in the name of God is going on here? So just this Sunday, we had our hurling All Ireland Final played in Croke Park in Dublin. Now, if you don't know what hurling is, well, as Jason Statham said back in the film Blitz, when confronting a group of ne'er-do-wells with a hurley in his hand, he said, and I quote, "This, lads, is a hurley, used in the Irish game of hurling, a cross between hockey and murder." Yes, hurley is a fast and frenetic, very physical game played with a small ball called a sliotar and a stick which is called a hurley. And it is a fascinating and very exciting game to watch. If you haven't seen it, if you're from foreign climes, you should definitely check it out. It's absolutely exhilarating, great fun, great sport, and very 100% Irish. Yes, even in these modern multicultural times when they're trying to erase everything Irish, we're still allowed to have at least some things that are absolutely 100% Irish. And the pinnacle of the hurling season is the All Ireland Final, which is it's an inter-county final. Every county has its own team, and they play against each other. It's a league, and then they eventually end up with a final of the two best teams. On this occasion, 2025, we had two teams, one from Cork and one from Tipperary. And in a bit of a one-sided game, in all fairness, Tipperary came out on top. Tipperary were the victors, and that's all very well and well done to the lads there in Tipperary. But that's not why I'm here talking to you today about this event, because something else started popping up, apart from all the other comments and commentary that one sees about major events before and after. Something else started just popping on to the timeline, and that was this picture here. And I thought, okay, that's probably a bit of a sign of the times. But then I saw this picture. And then I saw this picture, and then this picture, and then this picture. And well, let's just say I was slightly baffled. I was slightly confused. I was slightly intrigued. My mind, being the inquisitive sort of mind, as I'm sure yours is too, I thought, is it just me, or does the ground staff, the stewards here, do they all seem to be a certain type of person? And if so, why? And yes, there's been much commentary about this, and these pictures are flying and flooding around the Ethernet in Irish circles, and many people are asking the question, and I've watched many comments on this, what's all this about? Why have seemingly all or most of the ground staff for this peak of the hurling season match, why are they all Indian looking, or Pakistani possibly, or Afghani, who knows? They seem to be from the Indian subcontinent anyway. What's going on there? And there's been a few thoughts opined on this, and this is why I'm making the video, because I want to know genuinely. I've seen a lot of commentary, and nobody seems to be able to get to the bottom of it. But at the very, very least, I think the GAA, that's the organisation that runs the Irish games, if you like. They're the cultural society formed to forward and to promote Irish culture and Irish cultural games and pursuits. The GAA need to answer a question here. What's going on? Why do all these people seem to be of a certain ethnicity, shall we say? And why are they not Irish? Because some people have opined, well, that they're security staff, so they all are probably part of some firm that's a security firm. Maybe they were hired for the gig and they were the lowest bidder. And the people they could get to work cheapest were, these lads here. Yes, that's one possibility. I don't know if it's true. Other people have said that Croke Park, and this is the grounds, our Wembley Stadium, if you like, they have their own crew of stewards. that they put together, and if that's the case, and they're not paid, according to a lot of people, they just get a sandwich and allowed to watch the match and maybe a voucher for some drinks or whatever. And if that's the case, I don't think these lads would have much interest in watching the match. They probably don't even know the rules of the game, I would imagine. And if that's the case, well, why have Croke Park imbibed a lot of these people here who would, to my mind, have little or no interest in Gaelic games, wouldn't really care who won or lost, when there are tens of thousands, I would say, tens of thousands of Irish people up and down the land, young and old, male and female, who would give their right arm to be in the hallowed grounds of Croke Park on All Ireland Final Day. There are tens of thousands, if not more, people who would absolutely jump at that chance. Because anybody who's in Ireland knows trying to get tickets for an All Ireland Final is no small task. They're like hen's teeth. And they are very, very carefully divvied out among the GAA clubs around the country. And it's really difficult to get a ticket. So to be part of, say, the ground staff, the steward staff or whatever, and be in the arena for the game, that is a huge thing for an Irish GAA fan to be awarded and to be given a chance to partake in, to be part of. It's a huge thing. And as I said, many tens of thousands of people around the country would absolutely give their right arm for that chance. So why was, as it appears here, a large number of, I don't know, Indians, Pakistanis, Somalians, I don't know, but what's going on here? Questions need to be asked, because I don't know why there's various different schools of thought on this, and I don't know which one is true. And that's why I'm putting it out to you, the great and the good, who follow and watch this channel. Possibly you understand and know what the raison d'etre was there from the GAA. Is this some kind of big, modern, multicultural virtue signal on their behalf to show Irish people how absolutely multicultural we are and how we all embrace it, we all love it, and we all want it, which is absolutely not the truth? Or is this purely economic? Are these people paid? Some people have suggested they are. Some people have said they're not. They just get a sangage. So if that's the case, was it just the GAA hired the cheapy yellow pack security company who employed the cheapest yellow pack workers they could find? You know what I mean. I don't know what's the case. At the very least, I would like to know, in the absolute beating heart of Irish cultural life, okay, it's becoming something of a Muslim enclave, as you know. If you know, you know. But I'll not delve in there at the moment. But what's this? What's this imagery? At the very, very least, I would say, and I would say my own opinion, the imagery is not good. The imagery is not good. The PR is not good. So somebody, at the very least, has gotten that wrong. And if so, how did they get it wrong, and why did they get it wrong? So I'm throwing it out there. Do you agree? Do you think that looks stunning and brave and marvellous, and we should see more of that? Indians, Pakistanis and Somalis, at every GAA ground around the country, officiating at Irish cultural events. Is that the way forward? Bearing in mind that these people probably have no interest whatsoever in GAA games or the sport of hurling. Probably don't even know what it is, what it's called, or any of the rules. I would say, no, somebody's missed something here. Something has gone wrong here. The question is, what? And should somebody really resign over this misstep? Give me your thoughts.